a time when you have journeyed through 2.5 years here with us at Centura College of Health Sciences. So today we begin the celebration, and tomorrow you graduate. We have some very distinguished guests in our presence. As I call your name, would you please stand? Dr. Angela Taylor, President of our college, and Dean and Executive. Dr. Judith Johnson, Chair of the School of Nursing. Ms. Cindy Mabee, Assistant Dean of the Center for Student Success. And your faculty who have been with you through thick and thin. And we know it has been thick and thin. With the mask, I'm unable to see your emotions. So this time you're going to have to do the emojis with your eyes. Because I want to see that you are really excited to be at this point of your journey. It is a wonderful time for you. You have pursued your dream, your aspiration, and look what you went through, an entire pandemic, and we're still in the pandemic, but your resilience has kept you going forward. I see you shaking your head. Absolutely it has. So as you go forth, remember this here, that I'm so thrilled to have the opportunity to be a part of this celebration today with you. You have certainly come a long way to get to this moment. You have each been strong and have persevered through an experience shared by few others. There are not many nursing students who would say that they have persevered through a pandemic, but you can say that. As you leave this college, remember, you are leaving a legacy, but you're ready to start your own. Welcome and have a great journey.
Thank you, Dr. Banks, for that very enthusiastic welcome. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sure that you feel as happy as I feel to be here today. I am so grateful and proud to be here today and to have this very special celebration together. Congratulations on completing the nursing program. Give yourself and your faculty an applause for the determination and hard work to achieve this accomplishment. By completing your degree, you are now ready to take on the next phase in your career. This is the point where you get to realize your dreams of becoming a nurse, put into practice what you have learned, and conquer challenges along the way. Let me share a brief history with you about the nursing penning tradition. Since these are not my own words, I have to give credit to Jane Arley, who in 2015 wrote about the nursing penning tradition on the Museum of Nursing's History webpage. Ms. Early recounts how the nursing pin is a symbol with rich history dating back to the Maltese cross. The Crusaders wore the cross as a symbol of service to Christianity. Over the centuries, various symbols represented service to a ruler or to the community. As a result of Florence Nightingale's influence, hospitals began developing training programs for nurses. The Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas's Hospital in London designed and awarded a badge with a Maltese cross to the nurses once they completed their training. By 1916, a ceremony awarding the badges was a tradition in England and the United States. The badge symbolized educated women who were prepared to serve the health needs of society. Eventually, each school of nursing designed and awarded a customized pin. In the United States, the first pin presented to a graduating class occurred at Bellevue Hospital in New York City in 1880. A nursing pin is a type of badge. It is worn by nurses to identify the school of nursing from which they graduated. The pinning ceremony is a symbolic welcome into the nursing profession. Our current pin, as depicted on the cover of your pinning ceremony program, was created in 1988 when we became Sentara Norfolk General Hospital. At the center of the pin, you see stylized letters for Sentara Norfolk General Hospital, which was the name of the School of Nursing at the time. The letters are framed by a laurel wreath, the Greek symbol of triumph, which all of you have certainly done. The Latin motto, non solus nobis, means not for ourselves alone. It means that people should contribute to the greater good of humanity, apart from their own interests. Take a moment to celebrate. It was your determination and the support of your loved ones that made this moment possible. When you receive your pin, you should feel proud. Remember to always honor your commitment to serve humanity for the rest of your career. Congratulations. It is my pleasure now to introduce Cameron Houston. She is the president of the Sentara Nursing Student Association, and she will be delivering the student address. Cameron, join me on the podium.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
So as I sat down to reflect and think about things I could talk about at our pinning ceremony on the eve of our graduation, the first thought that came to mind was simply just about nurses, about how incredible nurses are and what a different breed of people we are, right? Not only do we willingly subject ourselves to nursing school, but we dive headfirst every day into the lives of strangers for 12 hours at a time, and we act like it's totally normal. Sometimes I would go home after a day at clinicals and I would tell a family member something I'd seen or something I'd done, and their eyes would be wide and their mouths open, and I would be like, that was just before 9 a.m., at which point they would stop me. But you know, nurses, we're brought into deeply intimate human moments. Chaos becomes our normal. We ask a lot of very personal questions. We process things differently. We're doing and thinking about 100 things at a time. We adapt, we pivot, we innovate, we nurture, and we heal. We see people most often on the worst days of their lives, in their most raw forms, sick, hurt, scared, hungry, hopeless, you name it. And it takes a lot of courage, a lot of compassion, a lot of heart, and a lot of grace to keep showing up to do this work that we were called to do. But that's the thing about nurses. We just keep showing up and we keep doing this work. And through this, we gain a unique perspective on just how precious life is. And that perspective is a gift. It is a gift to be brought into those human moments, to take care of people, to be both advocates and healers. Then I started thinking about something we actually learned in one of our first foundation classes. The Gallup polls show time and time again that nursing is considered one of the most honest and trustworthy professions. And since we are apparently such truth tellers, I feel like I have to be honest. This was not always easy. It wasn't always fun. And I think we always had times where we questioned, is this really what we want? Is this really, can we do this? In fact, I specifically remember a moment with two of my now closest friends at the nursing home early on in our clinical experience. We were giving a patient, a particularly difficult patient, a sponge bath, and we made eye contact over that sponge bath, and we spoke volumes in that glance. And later in the hallway, I leaned into her and I whispered, I said, do you like this? And she was like, yeah, I love it. But she went up in the middle, her voice, you know, so she wasn't really being totally honest. And so later, as we walked to the car, she was like, I lied, this isn't really what I expected. But we've all had those moments, right? But those seeds of doubt are quickly negated every time a patient makes us laugh, when we hold someone's hand when they're scared, when we put a warm blanket over someone and they say thank you, like we just made their whole lives better. Or when you see medicine work, it's magic. When you see people get better right before your eyes. Or when we see a baby come into this world. Those moments when you feel so affirmed in your choice to become a nurse. When you remember your why. Why you answer this noble calling. Why you do this job. And why you keep showing up. As I continued to reflect on what I could say, I started thinking about this group specifically. These are some of the most profoundly impressive people I've ever met. While we battled the beast known as nursing school, we also tackled life, a lot of life. In the past 2.5 years, this group has seen losses, breakups, weddings. There have been babies born. In fact, someone went into labor during clinicals, which is like such a nursing student thing to do. Spouses have been deployed for months on end. There have been homes bought and sold, apartments moved into and out of. There have been part-time and even some full-time jobs, day shifts, night shifts. Kids were homeschooled, which obviously, I mean, y'all just deserve a whole another ceremony just for doing that. Sleep has been lost, weight has been gained, cars broke down, family members got sick, bills kept coming, groceries still had to be bought, and dinner still had to be put on the table. Life continued to move, it continued to need us. All of our other roles and responsibilities didn't just stop because we are in nursing school. So, juggling school and life is hard enough. But then, we were some of the lucky few that got to add in that whole global pandemic thing. I actually came across a meme the other day that said, if you want to know what it's like to be a nursing student during COVID, think about the band that kept playing as the Titanic sank. That's us, we're the band. But hear me out for a second. Going to nursing school during the global pandemic actually helped us, if you think about it. We literally had no idea what was going on. But we stayed the course. We kept doing the work, we kept showing up. That resiliency and that perseverance will make us great nurses. We asked questions, we stayed teachable, we adapted to online courses, we adapted to a whole new world right before our very eyes. That flexibility, that's gonna make us great nurses. We were scared, we were unsure. We watched the news at home, we saw the death toll go up every day, and we saw image after image of nurses with their bruised faces from wearing respirators for so long. And yet we still wanted to join them. That determination and that passion is gonna make us great nurses. We helped each other with assignments, we checked in, we sent countless Facebook messages and text messages to rally each other on. That kindness, that teamwork, that's gonna make us great nurses. Some of us even volunteered to get many of the first vaccinations at hospitals and clinics, jumping in to be a part of history. That motivation to be a part of something bigger than ourselves, that's gonna make us great nurses. We didn't shy away from the challenge. We wore our masks, we got our temperatures checked before clinicals every day. We wanted to run into the hospital when everyone was running away, or staying away, I should say. That tenacity and that grit, that's gonna make us great nurses. COVID-19, it changed nursing school, changed the world, and it changed healthcare as we know it. We don't know what's next. We don't know what healthcare is gonna look like in the future. We don't know when another pandemic could sweep across the globe. But I know we're gonna keep showing up, and I know we're gonna keep doing the work that we were called to do. Remembering our why will sustain us. Whether it be during a pandemic, during one of those shifts when nothing seems to go right, those days where you question all of your life decisions up to this point, those days when you want to curse the person who invented the call bell. Remember your why, and remember what you feel like as we sit here today. Grateful, excited, capable, eager, smart, ready for the challenge, and humbled to join the ranks of such a noble profession. Not every day is going to be easy, but so long as we serve with an open heart and an open mind, as long as we keep showing up to do the work, we will be incredible nurses. And as we reflect on our academic journey, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't also recall what we learned outside of the classroom. I know we're all cramming for the NCLEX right now. I know our brains are full of ACE inhibitors and beta blockers, and diabetic ketoacidosis. But I think it's crucial to remember the art of nursing too. No class is going to teach you how to sit quietly with a patient who's in the midst of a mental health crisis. No professor can really quite explain to you how to find dignity in a bed bath. And no book is going to teach you how to see people who truly need to be seen. We learned a lot, an incredible amount of information, and like 1,000 discussion board posts. So many discussion boards. But don't forget that in addition to being skilled, critical thinkers, we are at the most basic level, humans entrusted to take care of other humans. And that is a lesson we can never forget. But like in true nursing school fashion, the lessons are not over. As Florence Nightingale said, let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all of our lives. So as we embark on this new journey, joining the most trusted and one of the most noble professions, our patients need us more than ever. People are sicker, older, acuity is higher, and there are more mental health needs than ever before. But I know we're ready to rise to that challenge, and I have complete faith that we will. And just like we did in nursing school, I know we will show up and we will do the work that we were called to do. And as you guys know, in nursing they say if you don't document it, you didn't do it. So I say we consider this pen we received today as our documentation, because we definitely did it. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Karen. Great job. I would like to invite Dr. Angela Taylor, President of the college, and Dr. Leslie Rifle, Program Coordinator for the traditional BSN. to proceed with the presentation of pins. Sarah Angwin. Mary Michelle Bennett. Karen Brown. Olivia Shohan. Gray Cheshire. Bonnie Dinner. Madison de los Reyes. Angeline Michelle Dumadad. Larissa Farmer. Yasmin Garcia. Katrina Giroux. Rochelle Gordon. Sarah Hayden.
Thank you, family. We did it.
Lauren Horneff. Kristen Hodgins. Christina Hudson.
Trejo.
Emily Maple. Jaycee Oriana Saavedra. Brittany Elizabeth Rogers. Renee Rogers. Morgan Scott. Veronica Sharp. Amanda Webb. Please rise and recite with me the Nurses' Pledge. Is the International Council of Nurses Pledge. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skills and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action that might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skills at the highest level, and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Nursing Ethics and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse.